Alright, we are on the third week of Belgius, where we need to finish with a fairy hero, attack 10 times with attribute advantage, and finish within 8 turns while maintaining above 40% HP. So, this is going to be the team for the week. First turn, we are going to push for King ult. So we're going to double move, use his attack, and then we are going to single target the main body. And we don't want to put any additional damage onto the swords because there is a lot of point potential if we keep those alive. And even on HP gear, I think he's 4-6. The right sword can only survive the first 2 attacks and then 1 ult before it's literally a sliver of health left. So we're going to try to manipulate our damage so that he stays alive. Turn 2, we are going to get that ult, and then we're going to use the Scotty debuffs. So if you pull extra Scotty debuffs, try to use all of them, because that is going to be more cleanse points for us when we use King's ult. There's actually a lot of potential for the cleanse, assuming they can break shield, and that the left side sword attack seal is up. And then also if the main body does his infect. But oh, he is doing the infect. But it doesn't look like we're getting hit with the attack seal. We didn't get a third Scotty debuff, which we could have. So that's not max potential cleanse, but it's still going to be pretty decent. So we're going to get that moving. Now he is buffing. We could seal it with Gother, but we don't actually want to do that because we can get buff cancel points, which is why we're going to hold that Scotty attack there. And we'll just burn the help him cards. So, right side, barely alive. Like I said, HP gear and 4-6 king. So, if you want to do the maximizing points on these swords, in case you have to, or in case it's push week, then that is what you're going to want to do. So we have drawn an additional buff cancel, which is nice to see. Hopefully the right sword does some good damage, heals up a little bit. It's also why we want to keep the right sword's buff up the longest, so that he does have a more attack. He is going to be hitting a little harder, lifesteal a little more. He's doing 2 silver debuffs, which is not a good look. So we're actually going to go ahead and curve that, seal that away. He's still going to attack or all stat down, which is fine, because we will be cleansing that. And we are going to buff strip the main body. We can buff strip the left side. Now the question is, does the right side live a king attack? There's a good chance that he won't. And there is a stance up, but he's only going to be doing the all stat down, co-destruction, and 1 attack, 1 AoE. So I'm actually not that worried about taking the damage here. It's also going to be more favorable to save the king attack for the following turn, because he should have his ult. That's where the shields are really going to matter. You're most likely not going to be able to fit in 2 shields there, because the right sword's going to die. So we got our buff cancel points. We should be able to hit everyone's ult again on turn 7. So did get a nice king merge, and everyone's 1 point away. I think the sever attack is weaker, so we can use that. Oh, and he did hit his very nice recovery there. So we're gonna go ahead and buff strip. Ooh, actually we're not. We didn't draw an extra one. So if we did, we would buff strip there. But we can seal. So he is doing at least a silver there. We'll curve that. And since he did heal up, we should be able to fit in a bigger attack out of him there. We'll use the Scotty attack, start getting her debuffs up and running. And then he did get full gauge, but he's not ulting, so he must have hit it on a merge. Oh, wow. Maybe sever attack would have been better. That was a lot more damage than I was expecting. But that might be okay. He's not hitting through. Attack seal doesn't come out. He's gonna lifesteal just a bit. He is hitting a nice recovery here. So it does end up working out. Turn 6. Did we pull another buff removal? We didn't. So he is going to reapply these buffs. But that's fine. Stance is not up. Do we want to get hit by ults and an infect? Probably not. We could fit in this sever attack. Hopefully the right side doesn't die. We have another debuff from Scotty to use. We definitely want to make sure that we can get Helbram ult. And that is everything. Helbram ult's also going to have buff cancel and stance cancel. So that is going to be nice to have. He's going to be stancing on the middle. Now, hopefully, the right side can tank the Helbram ults. I guess we'll see based off how much it recovers here. Ooh, the buff actually doesn't stack. Or, doesn't restart, it does stack. So we might actually get the extra buff removal points there. Unless it doesn't count. I'm not sure how it'll count this. I think he can tank Helbram ult. Especially with stance up. I think even if we crit. So we're pretty topped off here, which is looking nice. Turn 7. So we're gonna stance cancel, and we could either Scotty attack or King attack. So if no one's infected and you wanted to maximize your heal, definitely Scotty attack. Otherwise, if you are infected, you're gonna have to King attack, and that's probably going to kill. So doesn't matter here. King is going to be... I want to always maximize Scotty heal since not everyone's full HP. So we're just going to quad ults, making sure Helbram does go first. It did give us the extra buff removal points, so that's nice. Scotty hits a crit on both sides. That's going to be a nice heal. Gother ults, and then King ult. He is not going to break this shield here. So we don't have to worry about anyone getting infected. So we're going to stay at full HP. We just need to finish with a fairy hero now, and we do have a lot of King attacks and Helbram attacks. So looks like we can at least fit in this and this rank 2 nicely, and the rest of it doesn't matter. Just don't use the Scotty debuff, because then you're decreasing your max HP, and that is going to be less points. He does have a 30% damage cap, so you do know if he's above that, then they can tank any of the hits you throw out. So that is going to be on turn 8 finish. Everyone's full health. That is going to be a nice 13.9, almost 14k. So that is a pretty solid run. That is going to wrap it up for this week. If you guys like that, drop a thumbie, maybe sub if you're into that, and I'll see you in the next one.